Welcome to Create the Best Me. I am Carmen Hecox, a personal development coach, and I am so excited to be connecting with you today. Whether you're listening to the podcast or joining us on YouTube, my goal is to help women navigate through midlife challenges with compassion, inspiration, and empowering conversation. Each week, we'll dive into thought-provoking topics designed to build self-confidence, overcome invisible woman syndrome, and find the courage to create the best version of yourself. I'll also be joined by expert guests who will share the wisdom and insights. So make yourself comfortable and let's embark on this journey together.
Well, hello there, fearless midlife trailblazers. Welcome to Create the Best Me. If you are new here, I'm so glad you made it here. If you're a returning listener, welcome back to the one and only place where we encourage and empower women in midlife to pursue their dreams and live life to the fullest. I am Carmen Hecox, your host and personal development coach. Today, we're exploring the topic that often goes undiscussed, but is incredibly significant, particularly for women in midlife. The topic is career dissatisfaction and stagnation. It's that feeling when you wake up in the morning and dread the workday ahead, or when Sunday evening rolls around and you're already feeling anxious about Monday morning. If this sounds like you, trust me, you're not alone. Now, you might be thinking, is it normal to feel this way in midlife? Is it too late to make changes? Can I even do anything about it? The answer to all these questions is a resounding yes. And that's exactly what we're going to be delving into today. First, we'll be getting to grips with understanding career dissatisfaction, what it looks like, why it happens, and why it's particularly common during midlife. Next, we'll look at how reigniting passion in your current career, exploring strategies for injecting some excitement back into your work life without necessarily jumping ship. But it's not just about reigniting the passion, but feeling a deep desire for something new. We'll also cover when to consider a new career. We'll also discuss signs that might indicate it's time to start a fresh path and how you can start identifying what that new career will be. Finally, we'll get practical and concrete steps you can take to transition smoothly into a new career. We'll talk about everything from researching and upscaling to networking and making that exciting leap. But before we jump in, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you won't miss any future episodes filled with useful insights, tips, and discussions. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the first segment, understanding career dissatisfaction. I'll begin by diving deep into understanding career dissatisfaction, a pivotal starting point for this discussion. So you might be wondering, what does career dissatisfaction look like? It's a fair question because it can manifest differently for different people. For some, it might be a general feeling of boredom or frustration, like you're just going through the motions without any real engagement or enjoyment of what you're doing. For others, it could show up as a deep sense of restlessness or feeling of being stuck in a rut where every day feels like Groundhog Day, repeating the same task over and over. In some cases, it might be more severe, leading to burnout or significantly affecting our mental health. Symptoms of burnout include feeling exhausted, having a cynical or negative view of your job, and feeling ineffective or unsatisfied with your achievement. Career dissatisfaction can be triggered by various factors. Maybe you're feeling unappreciative or undervalued, or perhaps there's a lack of career development or opportunities for progression. It could also stem from a work-life imbalance where your job is encroaching on your personal life and causes stress. For some women, in midlife, this dissatisfaction can coincide with other life transitions, such as children leaving home, which can amplify the feeling of restlessness or frustration. Recognizing these feelings is the first step. These emotions are entirely valid, and it's essential to know that you are not alone. Many women in midlife experience these feelings, and it's completely normal to want more from your career. Now, armed with this understanding, let's consider how to reignite the passion in your current job before thinking about jumping ship. Let's dive into the next segment of reigniting passion in your current career. Now that you understand career dissatisfaction, let's explore ways we can spark that passion and satisfaction again in your current job. Sometimes dissatisfaction stems from being in a comfort zone for too long, doing the same task repeatedly and not feeling challenged. If that's the case for you, it might be time to look for new challenges within your role. Can you take on a new project? Can you learn a new skill that would benefit your work? Or maybe you could volunteer for a task or responsibility outside your normal realm. Professional development is another great way to reignite passion. Maybe there's a course or training that you've been eyeing or a conference that really interests you. Professional development can not only reignite your interest, but also improve your skills and make you more valuable in your role, potentially opening up new opportunities within your current career. Then there's your work environment. You might be surprised by how much your surroundings can affect your mood and productivity. Maybe sprucing up your workspace, introducing more natural light, or even finding a new spot could make a significant difference. Finally, don't overlook the importance of communication. If you're feeling undervalued or overlooked, it might be time for a candid conversation with your boss. Perhaps they're unaware of your feelings, and discussing your aspirations and frustrations could lead to positive change. But what happens if you try these strategies and you're still not feeling the love from your current career? That's what we'll explore next: when to consider a new career. Let's talk about when it's time to consider making the big switch to a new career. There are several signs that it might be time to consider this path. Perhaps you've tried reigniting your passion, but no matter what you do, your heart just isn't in it anymore. Maybe you're feeling chronologically stressed or dreading every workday. Or perhaps you experience a persistent longing for something different, a yearning that just won't go away. Consider the story of Melissa, a real estate agent who had been in the industry for over 20 years. Despite her success, she found herself becoming more and more dissatisfied with her work. She felt unfulfilled and longed for something that would make her feel more connected to her community. After much introspection, she realized her passion laid in teaching. She loved the idea of shaping young minds and found that this career path aligned more with her personal values and desires impact on the world. For Melissa, her persistent desire for change and the clear direction she felt pulled toward were signs that it was time to consider a new career. However, it is important to remember everyone's journey is different. What worked for Melissa might not work for you, and that's okay. Listen to your intuition, pay attention to your feelings of dissatisfaction, and take time to explore what you truly want from your career. Now, let's say you decide that a new career is indeed what you're yearning for. How do you make that transition smoothly? Let's delve into the steps to transition smoothly into a new career. So you decided to embark on a new career journey. The prospect can be both exhilarating, daunting, but remember, every journey begins with a single step. Here are some steps to help you make that transition as smoothly as possible. First, start with self-reflection. Identify what you want from your career. What are your passions? What are your strengths? What gives you a sense of fulfillment? Consider taking a career assessment to help guide your reflection. Secondly, do research. Once you have an idea of the career you want to pursue, it's time to learn about it. Talk to people in that field. Read articles, books, join online forums or groups. Understand the realities of that career path, the skills required, and how to get started. Once you have a solid understanding of your new career path, it's time to start acquiring any new skills you may need. This might mean going back to school, taking an online course. Look for opportunities to volunteer or take on part-time work in your new field to gain practical experience. Networking is another crucial step. Reach out to professionals in your desired field. Attend industry events and join professional groups. Building these connections can open doors to opportunities and provide invaluable advice. Lastly, create a detailed action plan. Outline your goals and the steps you could take to reach them. This could include timelines for learning new skills, saving money, or transitioning out of your current job. Consider, for instance, the story of Jackie, who was a successful corporate lawyer, found her heart was really in environmental conservation. Jackie's first started by volunteering her legal experience part-time at a local environmental NGO. This gave her an understanding of the field and helped her build a network. She also started taking online courses in environmental science. When she felt ready, she made the complete switch and is now an advocate for environmental policies. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and perseverance. But with the right steps, you can make that transition smoothly. Now let's move on to our final segment. Remember, it's your journey. We reached our final segment today. Remember, it's your journey. This part is crucial because it's about acknowledging and respecting the uniqueness of your path. When it comes to careers, it's easy to compare ourselves to others, to see their achievements or the speed at which they're moving and feel like we're falling behind. Social media in particular can make it seem like everyone else has it all figured out. But remember, what we see online is often highlighted reels, not the full picture. Take, for instance, the story of Sarah. She was a stay-at-home mom for 15 years before deciding to start a career in interior design, her passion she had had for years. She often found herself feeling inadequate when comparing her journey to those of her peers who had been working consistently while she was a stay-at-home mom. But she quickly realized that comparison was not only unhelpful, but also unfair. Sarah's journey was unique to her, and the experience she had as a stay-at-home mom was invaluable and shaped her design perspective, making her stand out in her field. Remember, everyone's career path is different. Some people find their passion early in life, while others might take a little longer. There's no right or wrong time, only the one that works for you. Whether you're reigniting your passion for your current career or branching into a new field entirely, remember that it's your journey. Own it, trust it, and know that it's never too late to pursue a career that brings you satisfaction and joy. Let's wrap up this discussion and go over what we've learned. Today, we discuss how career dissatisfaction can arise and ways to reignite passion in your current job, when to consider a new career, and steps for a smooth career transition. Remember, whether you're reigniting passion in your current role or setting out on a new career path, the goal is to create a work life that you love, that inspires you, and that helps you create the best you. Today's transcripts and additional information about this topic can be found at createthebestme.com/EP021. If you want more inspiration, I recommend you listen to episode 15 by heading on over to createthebestme.com/EP015. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated. Don't forget to come back next week because my guest is Lori Seitz, the founder and CEO of ZenRapid and the host of Fine is a Four-Letter Word podcast. Lori's experience is working with high achiever entrepreneurs and business leaders, helping them live a more peaceful and focused life. She's also going to share some amazing tips and tricks, so you don't want to miss that episode. Until next time, keep dreaming big, take care of yourself, and remember, you are beautiful, strong, and capable of creating the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Bye for now.